Recording.
Thank you, Carol. Thank you again for everyone for joining on our very first webinar here from New England. Today is March 9th, and the webinar is titled Relationship Marketing for Paint Party Studios with our very excellent guest speaker, Bernie Piccirillo from Waterbury, Connecticut, and he will be joining us halfway through. Our co-hosts are myself, Sharon Grimm from Hudson, Mass, Senior Manager with SendOutCards, and
Carol Ward, also from SendOutCards as a senior manager, and I am from Westboro, Mass.
Again, thank you. Let's give a little background of Bernie Piccirillo. He has been with SendOutCards since 2010. He was a former lead electrician from Sikorsky Aircraft, Stratford, Connecticut, and he retired recently in 2016. In 2015, he and his wife started Brushstroke Paint Parties. And we are very excited. In a little bit, they're going to share how they use, well, Bernie's going to share how they use SendOutCards to grow that business. But before we get started, we're going to explain what SendOutCards is all about, Carol and I. So let's get going. Go to our next slide. Here we go. The information that Carol and I are going to share with you will change your life, not only financially, but also emotionally. If you apply the information you hear today, it will completely transform you. SendOutCards is making a positive impact on people worldwide every single day, and we want you to be a part of this revolutionary movement without giving up anything you currently do.
SendOutCards was founded in 2003. Our international headquarters are located in Salt Lake City, Utah, and we're a member of the DSA. That's the Direct Sellers Association, which governs our type of company. Cody had a goal of taking the offline brick and mortar environment of greeting cards to an online click and order environment. Just like Amazon did for books, Netflix did for movies, and iTunes did for music. These $3 billion companies effectively collapsed the inefficiencies in our marketplace and have changed the way that we do business today. Amazon is where you go out and you buy just about anything, and before you know it, it's in your lap. Netflix has created how we watch movies and TV shows now. They're actually the reason why we have a term called binge watching. iTunes, they've changed our music industry. All we do is go out to iTunes, click on a track, download it, and before you know it, we're watching.
SendOutCards is doing the exact same thing in the greeting card and gifting industry. Today, from the comfort of your home, office, phone, or tablet, you can create a card and press send. SendOutCards will print it, stuff it, stamp it, and mail it.
Wonderful. Did you know that we live in a digital revolution? It's currently going on. The largest taxi company owns no taxis. Uber, maybe soon to be Lyft or one of the other up and coming companies. The largest the largest telecom company owns no lines. Skype, the largest media owner, creates no content. Facebook, the largest movie house, owns no cinemas. Netflix, just like we talked about. And the largest software vendors, they don't even create the apps. Apple and Google. And soon to be the largest greeting card and gift company has no stores. SendOutCards.
SendOutCards is the best customer appreciation and customer retention program in the world. SendOutCards has sent over 140 million greeting cards and over 5 million gifts over the past 13 years. No other company sends more first-class mail than SendOutCards.
Awesome. Did you know that you can create these very personalized cards directly from your computer or
from your smartphone? And it doesn't matter if you're an Android user or an iOS user. You can send gratitude from wherever you are.
The mobile world that we live in today requires instant gratification. We live in a world where business needs to get done on the go. Look at all the things that we're currently doing on our phones. We read books, watch our news, we get our banking done online. We even do business.
Speaking of that, did you know that 80% of all business follow-up is a need to say these three things? Thank you, it was nice to meet you, or looking forward to working with you. With our first impression kit, you will not only make a great first impression, but a great lasting impression. This preset campaign comes in our black satin seri cardstock or our white satin signature pearl cardstock. Watch how easy it is for Carol to send one of these cards in less than a minute.
Great. So this is what our app looks like. If you see at the bottom of the screen, there's a little envelope called campaign. We're going to click on that. And that brings us straight into our cards that are preset for us to send. These are our campaign cards, and this is our first impressions. We're going to click on the white new possibilities and create a card from that. As soon as we do, up comes the card. And as you can see, the front of it is very professional looking. We're just going to swipe to the left, and now we have the ability to add a picture. We can either pick one from our own phone, or we can take one on the fly and pop it right in there. It's going to be pre-formatted, and look at how beautiful it turns out. Swipe one more time. We're now on the inside right of the card where you're going to put your message. We have a pre-written one that you can use absolutely and just add your signature, or you can totally customize it to something that makes more sense for you. Once you've done that, you can swipe one more time to the back of the card where we have our branding. This is where you create your own brand and put it out there. You can either use one of our pre-formatted templates, or you can do it completely on your own from scratch. Once you've done that, we now need to send it to somebody. So let's go into our contacts. We're going to select the same person that we had mentioned in the card. It kind of is a good idea to make them match. So we're going to select LJ and click submit. And there you have it. We have the card being submitted, and it's going to print out tomorrow. And this is what our client's going to see in the mail. This beautiful card laid out exactly like this.
Fantastic, Carol. As customer, you have options. We have many customer options, and we're going to go over them now. We have the preferred customer subscription at $39 per month, which offers you the lowest price point at 39 cents per point. There are no commitments, and you can cancel at any point in time. You can also choose our retail customer package or our pay-as-you-go option. And with the pay-as-you-go, you pay between 43 cents and 66 cents per point. The more points you buy, the less you pay.
So we also offer bundle packages, giving you more savings to choose from. All three of our bundles are a great value. The marketing and business bundles include first impressions kit that we just saw. That alone has a $249 value. The personal bundle gives you enough points to send 33 cards or 7 cards with brownies. And those brownies, if you haven't had them, are fabulous. The marketing bundle will give you enough points to actually purchase 66 cards or 14 cards with brownies. And our business bundle will give you enough points for 133 cards or 30 cards with brownies. So get back with the person who brought you here today, and they will help you select the one that is right for you.
Fantastic. And since everyone can benefit from using SendOutCards, you may want to share it with others, and you do actually get paid to do that. You can become a distributor for a fully refundable application deposit of $50 with an annual renewal fee of $59. You'll get everything you need to build a successful business, including our card and gift sending platform, the mobile app, our social media platform, Sincere, all included. A contact manager, back office, marketing and training, as well as our phenomenal customer support.
So there's 4 types of people who join SendOutCards. You're 1 if you want to be a customer, and we absolutely love customers. They are the backbone of this company. And you're 2 if you want to be a referral partner, or if you're interested in a self-funding marketing plan for your organization. You're a 3 if you want to earn money working part-time, or you would be a 4 if you just want to replace your current income.
Great. For every marketing bundle you can earn up to $335. You can also earn up to $195 for every marketing bundle sold in your organization, and that bonus is paid to an unlimited number of levels. Double these bonuses on business bundles sold, and you will receive half the commissions on a personal bundle sold.
So let's talk about residual income. That's the income that you would receive every month from the volume done in your organization. As you show this business, you'll be adding distributors to your team. And for every distributor that you add, you'll add 3 distributors, and then they'll add 3 distributors, and they'll add 3 distributors. As that progresses up to 7 levels, that would be 3,200 people in your organization all going out and sharing this product and getting customers that want to use it. So you would have a monthly commission, which would be 2% of all of that volume on the first 6 levels. And once you reach the 7th level, you'll start earning it at 5%. Now, your income will vary from one person to the next, and that's all determined on how big your team will be.
Great. Once again, there are 4 types of people who join SendOutCards. You're a 1 if you want to be a customer, a 2 if you want to be a referral partner, a 3 if you want to earn money part-time, or a 4 if you want to replace your current income. Where do you see yourself getting started today? This is where you want to get back to that person who invited you. But we're not ready yet.
No. SendOutCards is changing the lives of thousands of people all over the world. It's time to get started. You need to decide if you want to help revolutionize the greeting card and gift industry. In the markets we're currently in, millions of new customers will experience SendOutCards in the next few years. SendOutCards is poised for massive growth and will become a worldwide household name.
So as we said before, just talk to the person who invited you here today and let them know where you want to get started. So let us be the first to welcome you to SendOutCards and to welcome our very special guest, Bernie Piccirillo. And we're going to turn the mic on so that Bernie can talk.
We're trying to unmute Bernie.
We're trying to unmute him. Bernie.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello, Carol.
We hear you.
Okay, that's great. I didn't know if this was too technical for me.
All right.
I'm not a technical person. Well, I just want to say you guys did a great job with your first webinar, and thank you for being the first guest on your very first webinar. I'm going to go a little bit into our story. I'm going to focus on what Carol and Sharon asked me to talk about, and that's about our business called Brushstroke Paint Party. If you're not familiar with what a paint party is, it's, I guess another version would be called paint and sip, I guess. You could hear where people come together, and it's more of a social gathering, and they could bring their own drink, they could bring their own food, and sit down and have a good time. It's more of a social function. But it got started, as Carol mentioned, we're senior managers in SendOutCards. We started back in the end of 2010. Back in 2014, as far as the paint party studio, that's where it kind of came to fruition, if you will. My wife, Kathy, had gone to a paint party, a different place, obviously. We didn't have the place then. And she liked the idea. She loved it. She was always artsy when she was in high school and kind of got away from it. But she really liked the idea. She wasn't really impressed with the place, but she really liked the idea and kind of said, coached by my daughters, said, Mom, you could do a better job than this. And she said, you know what? Yes, I can. So she kind of laid it on me towards the end of 2014, and I said, well, if you feel you could make a go of it, you'll never know if you don't put your first best foot forward. And so in January of 2015, Brushstroke Paint Party started. And at that time, what was going on in SendOutCards at that time, the relationship marketing end of it was really starting to be brought out in a I don't want to say an aggressive manner, but I guess that's the only word I can think of. An aggressive manner is relationship marketing, building relationships. A lot of their programs and services were geared towards businesses for customer appreciation and things of that nature. So I said, you know what, at that time, you know what, let's practice what they preach, or let's practice what we preach. And we started, right from the get-go, we started sending thank you cards out. Now, we have a few different parties that, types of parties we do. We do adult parties, okay, and we do children's parties, a lot of children's birthday parties, actually a lot of adult birthday parties too. But we've been starting from the beginning. Again, like I said, we send a thank you out, and as you can see on the screen there, that's just from one of the parties there. It was thank you. And there's the 4 women that painted at that. That was a very small one. We have anywhere from 2 to 40 people we could have at a time, and they really appreciate it. And I think that goes a long way. A thank you card goes a long way. Here's a bigger one right here. And if you notice, the front of the cards are different every time. We actually started with kind of a standard thank you, but we got to the point where we didn't think we were going to be sending out as many cards as we expected. So we want to kind of make it kind of the theme of the night, that the picture that they were painting. Now that's not exactly the picture they were painting, but it's something similar, like I said, on the same theme basis there. And as you can see, that's a little bit bigger of a party, and they get that. And this was another party. This was actually done thinking on wood, and we're getting a little feedback there. I don't know if you realize that or not. But anyway, and this was another party. Now we send everybody that comes in and paints gets a thank you card. If it's a special occasion where somebody it's their birthday, or it was set up as a private party where they come in with their group of friends, everybody gets a thank you, and that person will get a special thank you with a box of brownies for setting up, for bringing in a great group of people. And if it's their birthday, they get a box of brownies too. Now we also do, here's kids parties that we do, a lot of kids birthday parties we're doing. And again, we take snap a lot of pictures. And a fun part of the kids party, my daughter thought of this, is we have them paint their hand. Whatever their favorite color is, they get to paint their hand. If you could see the young girl there is getting her hand painted up in the upper right corner there. And she gets to put her handprint on that wall. You see the wall of fame there, the birthday wall of fame. And the kids really enjoy that. It's something that they don't get to do at home. I hope they don't get to do that at home. But anyway, so that wall is pretty much full, and there's actually a wall behind it, opposite that is starting to fill up. There's probably about 150 to 175 handprints on that wall. And these kids, and not everybody at kids parties gets a card. The birthday child will get a card. And that's a 3-panel card that they get, not versus a 2-panel card on the adult parties. And they get a box of brownies and a little message, hey, thanks for letting us celebrate your birthday with you. And we really get rave reviews from people, a lot of good feedback and from people on the cards. A lot of the people are saying, we've never seen any business do anything like this. And it goes a long way. Customer appreciation goes a long way, because if you're not appreciating your customers, somebody else is going to appreciate them, and the business is going to go elsewhere. So I don't know if we have another slide here. Okay. Special. Okay, this was a little to throw a little humor in here. If you see the card there, it says for a wonderful mom, and then crossed out says wife. Well, that would be something that I used to do, and I'm not lying. I used to, I was the guy on Valentine's Day that was there on Valentine's Day at the card store, and there's 10 guys and 5 cards left, and they all said Happy Valentine's Day, Mom. So me being the romantic guy I was or am, I would take it anyway and cross it off and put wife. Isn't that very thoughtful of me? But now this Valentine's Day card, and since we've been in, my wife gets very, very nice cards now, and it's so easy to do, especially with the phone app now. I mean, if there's any guys out there listening, or if you're listening, you know guys. You know, guys don't like to shop. I don't like to shop. I hate going to the store. This is, you do it right from your phone right now, any time of the day or night, whenever you get the inspiration to do that. So that's what I do now. And again, if a guy, this is like tailor made for a guy, it really is. Anyway, Carol, I don't know if there's any more. Oh, just one thing, this testimonial that we get, and we get these all the time. This is just one in particular. This lady here, Bethany Dado, I guess the Dado is her name. She set up a private party, and she brought in probably, I think there was about 15 people she brought in. She was the organizer of the party and called in and set it up. And we sent her a special card. I don't have that card that we sent her, but this is what we got when she received the cards. We sent a box of brownies because she organized the event, and said, "What an awesome thank you. We love our cards. My family enjoyed the brownies. Receiving that made my day. You guys know how to run a wonderful business. I hope that you are around a very long time. Enjoy the weekend." And I think the main point of all that, if you saw the cards and everything, is, and if for any business, not just this business, I think visually this works well for this business, but it works well. I think if you make it about them and not about you, I mean, every card, I mean, people, believe it or not, no matter how much they may not like how they appear, they're looking for them. When they open a card like that, they're zooming in on where they are. And again, if you make it about them, I think that's the key to customer appreciation and relationship marketing. So I don't know if you have any questions for me. I'm pretty much done with how we use it. Now, we started using it right from the get-go, so I don't have any type of judgment like okay, once we started doing it, business picked up. So I just have to think from all the feedback that we get from people are always coming in and say, "Hey, I love those cards. They're great. I got them sitting on my desk at work," and stuff like that. So I'm sorry, you're going to ask a question. I heard somebody.
Absolutely, Bernie. My question is this primarily what you're using for your marketing? What's your percentage? Like, how many cards do you send out a month? Do you have any stats like that to share with those listening?
Yeah, I have a few figures. I ran a few figures. As far as what we do for marketing, this is basically solely what we do. I mean, we do Facebook. As far as Facebook is free, you know, as far as a Facebook page. And again, I think this works good. This business works good for Facebook for a few different reasons. I think the demographics that it's hitting, women, okay, and it is basic. We do have guys that come in, but it's geared more towards women. And I think Facebook works well there. It's a very visual thing, okay? And, you know, and women like to tell their friends about things too. So I think that's where that comes into play. As far as anything else marketing, we really don't. The only other thing we may do, like if, you know, our grandkids, they're in the school in town and they're coming around, they need to raise money for something, and, you know, you buy an ad and you puts it in their binder that they put together for whatever it is, and that might be like $100 or something like that. The Little League may come and ask, hey, put a sign up for something. That's maybe $150 for the season. Okay, and we're not banking on that or depending on that. That's our marketing. No, we really exclusively, other than maybe a boost on Facebook, use SendOutCards for that. Now, as far as how much we spend or what we use, I went back the past 6 months. We've sent about 1,800 cards, and I know some people might gasp and go, "Oh my God, 1,800 cards!" When you break it down to the cost, and I went back looking at costs for the past 6 months too, it's an average between $500 and $700 a month for the cards. Okay, some of those cards, you know, obviously I even calculated in the postage and stuff like that too. Okay, so is that a lot of money? I have to say no for business, for marketing. I would say Other businesses spend a lot more on traditional marketing, like advertisement, maybe radio ads, maybe billboards, and things on placemats at restaurants and things of that nature. So I'd have to say that's kind of low, or quite low. You know,
Yeah, that's
another
great.
business will another business be sending out 1,800 cards in in 6 months? Probably not. Okay, it's just the nature of our business. It seems like it works for one thing, and we have a lot of foot traffic too. A lot of people that come in. So that's telling me it's roughly, if you break it down, so that's roughly 300 people a month coming through our doors, which I guess is pretty good. you
Yeah.
know,
Thank
from
you,
a
Bernie.
business.
That's been awesome. We
Yeah.
really appreciate you being with us today and answering those questions. It's been so enlightening. And as always, your business is truly a representation of what Send Out Cards can do for a business.
Yeah, and I think that's the point. If you're willing to do something a little bit different, let's face it. No matter what you do in whatever profession you're in, there's somebody else there. That's your real estate. Well, you're not the only realtor in the world. Your insurance sale. Well, you're not the only insurance salesman. And is it extra to do? Well, of course, it's extra to do. But if you're willing to take that extra step where your competition is not, and where you could stand out and make it about them, not about you, I think you'll stand a pretty good chance of standing out
Mm-hmm.
that business.
Wonderful.
So I don't know if you have any other questions for me. I'm about done with my time here, and
No, it's been awesome.
This
Thank you.
has been excellent. We got this at about 30 minutes, and that was our goal. And like we said before, if anybody has any questions, feel free to reach out to the person who invited you here today. And we appreciate your time. And we look forward to our next webinar.
Yes, thank you.